Hello everyone, welcome to today's mobility class. Today's class is going to focus on the spine. So we're going to start off with some controlled articular rotations, and then I'm going to show you guys some stretches for your back. Alright, so we're going to start off with our global spine cars. So you can take a kneeling position, get your knees nice and wide like this. If this position is uncomfortable for you, you can come up to a tall kneeling position. From here, I want you to cross your arms across your chest. And the first thing we're going to do is just flex our spine. So we're going to just round our back as much as we can. From here, we're going to start to rotate to the right as far as we can. Once we can't get any further, we're going to start to laterally flex, so lean to the side. And then we're going to start to come into spinal extension. Once we can't laterally flex any further, we're going to start to lean over to the other side as far as possible. And then we're going to rotate to the left. And we're going to come back through the middle. So we're just going to go for 2 more reps this direction. The goal is to take our spine through as big a range of motion as we can without moving any of our other joints and without experiencing any pain. All right, 1 more in this direction. So a couple of things to look out for. I don't want you guys to move your neck, so try to keep your head in a still and neutral position. All right, once you're finished that rotation, go back the other way. So what I mean by that is, as we're extending our spine, don't extend your neck as well. Or as we laterally flex, don't flex your neck as well. Just try to keep your head still. Something that can help with that is you can hold a tennis ball or any sort of ball just under your chin. So these cars are great for maintaining our range of motion. 1 more this direction. They're also great for assessing our mobility. And they're also great to keep our joints lubricated and get synovial fluid into the joints. All right, guys, from here, we'll start with a stretch for spinal flexion. So you're gonna sit down, you're gonna hug your arms behind your knees and just lock onto your wrist like this for a solid grip. Now from here, I just want you to reach your back to the wall behind you. So you should feel a nice stretch throughout your spine. You might feel it more in some places than others, and that's totally fine. If you ever feel any pain in these positions, then be gentler or just skip past that stretch. We're going to hold this stretch for about 2 minutes. That's how long it takes for our bodies to respond. Don't push too deep into these stretches. Just find that spot where you feel a lot of sensation, but you can still relax. Okay guys, slowly come out of this one. And now we're going to move on to a stretch for spinal extension. So I have a few options for you guys on this one. The easiest starting point is just with your elbows on the ground like this. So we just have gentle extension in the back. If even this is painful or too difficult for you, just reach your elbows further forward. Now the next step up from that, you could place your hands on the ground, but further away. And then finally, for those of you who have more extension in the spine, you can walk your hands closer towards you. All right, so we're gonna hold this one also for 2 minutes. You want to feel a gentle stretch through the front of your body, so through your abs or maybe your hip flexors. And you can feel some gentle compression in your back as long as that's not painful. The longer you hold the poses, the more you may feel you can relax into them and go further into them. But don't force it. For anyone who does CrossFit, this is an important position because this is going to help your arch in all of your kipping movements. So your toes to bar, pull-ups, muscle-ups. And for those who don't do CrossFit, it's important that your spine can move and that you move it often to avoid back pain and keep your back healthy. All right, guys, just lie down out of this position and just come to your hands and knees. And we are going to do some cat-cows. So basically flexing and extending our neck and spine. But we're going to try and perform that starting at the bottom of our spine and making our way up to the top. So starting from a neutral position, I want you to focus on just trying to tuck your tailbone and just flexing your very lower back. Then you're going to slowly start to move up through the vertebrae to the middle of your back, and then flex your upper back, and finally your neck. Now from here, I just want you to tilt your pelvis the other way and just start to extend the lower back. So keep the flexion in your upper back. And then make your way up, trying to go one vertebrae at a time. Middle, upper, and look up. All right, we're gonna go for 2 more each way. Try as best you can to go from the lowest vertebrae up to your thoracic spine, and then finally your neck. It's important that our spines can have movement in as many vertebrae as possible. If some sections of our spine can't move, then other sections have to move more in order to compensate. And that puts them under a lot of pressure, and that can lead to pain and injury. All right, guys, once you've done 3 each way, I just want you to lie down on your back. And we're just going to finish with a more relaxing and passive pose. So just hug your left knee to your chest. Place your right hand on top. Let your left arm go out to the side. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, twist. So a lot of those stretches and exercises today were quite active. So we're going to do a more passive one to finish. With every exhale, see if you can relax 1 millimeter further into the position. All right, let go of that side. And just hug your right knee to your chest. Grab it with the left hand. Take a deep breath. And twist as you exhale. All right, guys, let go of that side and just lie down on your back. That's it for the mobility routine today. Feel free to lie here for as long as you like. Thank you for joining me. See you next time.